What's up, crazy cats, and welcome back to another episode, mini episode of No More Shame. Lately, there hasn't been any big episodes per se. The difference between the big and the mini is just me talking about helpful advice or tips I would give to people, and the bigger ones, or the actual episodes, are when people come on and tell their stories, sharing with you their experiences and giving you their advice. I have people who are interested in coming on and sharing their stories with us. It's just a matter of working my schedule with their schedule. So bear with me, but here shortly there'll be hopefully a few more episodes coming your way. With that being said, before we jump into today's mini episode, or my life tips, whatever we want to call them, just make sure that you subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. It's that button, the big red one that says subscribe. Click it. You won't regret it. So today, I want to talk about something that a lot of people consider taboo, which is going to a counselor or getting therapy. And it's gotten a lot better, I will say that. It's not as big as a taboo as it once was. But I think people still have issues with going to counselors. I know I, at one point, didn't want to go. If you haven't watched it already, in the very first episode of my story with pornography, my mom she asked if I wanted to go to a counselor. I said no. I said I was fine, I could do it on my own. There was another instance where I was talking with my cousin once. I was going through a really rough time in my life and feeling very depressed. And my cousin, who's been on this show, Chandler, told me that I should go to counseling and there's nothing wrong with it. And that she went to counseling, which I didn't heed her advice then. But I have been to counseling. It took a while, but I finally went to counseling, and I love it. And I honestly do think we all need it. There's nothing wrong. There really isn't anything wrong with going to counseling. I think it's a sign of strength and humility, saying, I can't do this on my own, I need somebody else's help. It's not weak. And it doesn't mean you're a crazy person. It doesn't mean that society's going to put a black mark on your name and, you've gone to counseling, something's wrong with you. Well, newsflash, we all have something wrong with us. None of us are perfect. And counseling or counselors are there to help us. And what's great is that they are a third party. They don't know anything about you until you tell them, but they don't know anyone you know. And so you go and sit with them and you can tell them anything, and what you say is going to stay between you and them. They're not allowed to share it. And so that is private. And so you have the freedom to say whatever you want, and they'll listen and they'll give you advice. And it's helpful advice. I'm forever grateful for my counselor and the advice given to me in my life. And so don't be afraid. And you could go to counseling over anything. That's the other thing. You can simply be going there just because you feel like you need to talk to somebody. You just need some direction in life. You could be going because you have an addiction. You could be going because you're suffering from depression, anxiety, marriage, suicidal. You can go to counseling for anything. And it's a wonderful thing. I really honestly believe we all need it. Everyone should have a counselor. Everybody. It doesn't matter your situation in life, what you're going through. Everyone needs one. And I encourage you, if you're struggling with something, if you are feeling lost in your life, I'm encouraging you to go look up a counselor and go to counseling. It will help you. I promise you that. So don't be afraid. Don't let what other people think about it affect you. You just go. Go and you won't regret it. And that is my piece of advice for you today. So do it. Really, there's counselors everywhere. And for students going to university, oftentimes you get free counseling or really cheap counseling. Here at Weber State, the counseling center for me is free. I don't have to pay a thing. I know a lot of other universities around Utah are the same way. They have services to help students, so don't shy away from it. Take advantage of that. That is awesome. It's free, and if it's not free, it's like $20 maybe. I don't know, but it's way more. It's less expensive to go through a school if you're going to college right now to do it that way. So look into it, please, and you won't regret it. Again, you will not. So go to counseling. I mean it.